Well, we continue to follow breaking news. The NYPD has decided to fire Officer Daniel Pantaleo. Pantaleo was cleared of criminal charges, but 2 weeks ago, an NYPD administrative judge recommended that Pantaleo be fired for apparently using a banned chokehold during Garner's arrest 5 years ago. Now, the arrest was caught on camera on Staten Island, and Garner, who had asthma, was accused of illegally selling loose cigarettes. He was heard on the video saying, "I can't breathe," and the medical examiner had testified at the departmental trial that the chokehold is what set off an asthma attack and a fatal heart attack. And today, Commissioner O'Neill said it was a difficult decision, but it's one that the mayor and Garner's family applauded.
From the start of this process, I was determined to carry out my responsibility as police commissioner unaffected by public opinions demanding one outcome over another. I examined the totality of the circumstances and relied on the facts. And I stand before you today confident that I have reached the correct decision. And that has certainly not made it an easy decision. I served for nearly 34 years as a New York City cop before becoming police commissioner. I can tell you that had I been in Officer Pantaleo's situation, I may have made similar mistakes. And had I made those mistakes, I would have wished I had used the arrival of backup officers to give the situation more time to make that arrest. And I would have wished that I had released my grip before it became a chokehold. Every time I watch that video, I say to myself, as probably all of you do, to Mr. Garner, don't do it. Comply. To Officer Pantaleo, don't do it. I said that about the decisions made by both Officer Pantaleo and Mr. Garner. But none of us can take back our decisions, most especially when they lead to the death of another human being.
We have finally seen justice done. Today, we saw the NYPD's own disciplinary process act fairly and impartially. For years, people have questioned whether a police department can provide justice for all, and we watched a fair and impartial trial. We watched an objective decision by a deputy commissioner of the NYPD, affirmed by the first deputy commissioner and affirmed by the police commissioner. Justice has been done.
I don't want another Eric Garner. I will do everything in my power to never see another Eric Garner. I don't even want to see another video of a person being choked out. Yes, he's fired, but the fight is not over. We will continue to fight.
This afternoon, the police union also spoke out, saying firing Pantaleo will have a chilling effect on how other officers do their jobs.
Police Officer Pantaleo is now considered reckless. So that means we as police officers put our hand on someone, someone gets violent, and it ends with a tragedy, that we're now reckless. Every police officer needs to understand that right to the core of their marrow, to realize you're on your own. You have to back each other up. You have to call your sergeant immediately. If you put your hands on the public, call an ambulance, because no one will take you as truthful when you tell their story, your story.
We will have much more on this story throughout the afternoon. Stay with CBSN New York for all of the developments.